The Isle of Dogs became independent officially at midnight last night. Imagine then the disappointment of Mr. Ted Johns, whose political handiwork this was, to find on waking this morning a group of islanders who were less than delighted with their newly won independence. When did you first hear the island was going independent?
Half past 7 this morning.
I heard it last night on the news.
Well, I heard it half past 7 this morning.
Has anybody approached you to vote about this?
No, there's been nothing around. All we heard last week was a demonstration
Around
at the
the
ferry.
island, yeah.
And that's all we heard.
Do you think there's any sense in his plan?
No, we don't.
Who did they affect when they had the hold-up? When they stopped the bridges? Only stopped the islanders. My husband went to work. He couldn't get home and have his meal.
You wouldn't say that everything is all right on the island, though, would you?
Everything is all right. All by the schools and the buses. That's all we're grumbling about.
Can I just ask you one last thing? How many people think like you, do you imagine, and how many people like Ted Johns?
All of us.
We all do.
Because he's a washout up there. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He don't.
He's a what?
He's a washout. He ought to come. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He is.
Well, shall I try and get him down here?
You want to get him down in the show. If
I
he's
think
all right.
I'll him down there because I'm waiting to do my washing.
Government House, the home of President Ted Johns.
Hello, Mr. Johns.
Mr. Johns, there's a bunch of women downstairs and other tenants who want to speak to you, want to know what it is you're trying to do and why they haven't been told more about it.
Well, you know, if they care to, a couple of them care to come up here and sit down and chat, sure, they can. I'm quite prepared to do it.
If I bring two up, you'll talk to them,
Sure,
will
I
you?
will, yeah, sure.
But you won't go down to them?
I can't go down, as I said, you know, I'm been under some pressure, and I am subject to bronchial attacks.
And so, hot foot with messages from the President to his people. Now, Mr. Johns says that he can't come and speak to you because he's got a bad chest. But if you'd like to go and speak to him, he's quite welcome to see you
Definitely
upstairs.
not. No, if he wants us, let him come down to us, and we will talk to him then. But we're not going up there.
All right, I'll put that to you.
Right, thank you very much.
Anything in the name of democracy. I've been down to talk to these women, and they say since you've taken this decision on their behalf, you should really go down and talk to them. Now, can I ask you once again, will you?
No, I can't go down there, quite honestly.
Because of your bronchitis?
Yeah, I'm not prepared to, in this process, apart from the factor of trying to get the things done.
But you have declared independence in a way that affects the 11,000 people living here, and now you're not prepared to talk to them.
Not at this stage. I'll say, I'm quite available to, if they want to talk to me, Sure, they know.
Can you tell me how you made this decision in the first place? Was there a democratic vote of any kind?
Yes, yes, certainly. Certainly it was.
Well, how was it arranged?
The as I said right at the beginning, the committees of the tenants' associations on the island, they're the people really that are the powerhouse of this, and they all come together, and it was their decision.
Rarely can the forces of counter-revolution have moved so fast. Only 8 hours after independence, the angry nation was signing petitions and calling for help from Bob Searle, agent of Ian Mercado, who represents Poplar.
I think, in fact, that with the way people are feeling now, it may well come to blows between the various factions. I think this is a real possibility. One of the lads down here, who's certainly not one of my lads, was almost set about this morning in his own block of flats.
Do you think this will happen because people believe that UDI has taken place and are frightened?
I think that many of the older people who really don't understand the situation are genuinely frightened that the Borough Council will not supply the facilities to which they're accustomed. The Borough Council, for instance, supply an excellent Meals on Wheels service here, a meal centre. Old people are frightened that if they withdraw that service, they're going to be in trouble.
If a coup d'etat is to be successful, you must have powerful forces behind you. To discover that you have a nation who has learned to live with and love its local borough council makes the whole thing virtually impossible. And the people who live on the Isle of Dogs have every reason to feel affection for Tower Hamlets. Only tomorrow, the council are going to reveal a plan for development in the area which should answer all the points of criticism raised by Mr. Johns. This makes him a bit late in the day, and only goes to show that revolution, rather like comedy, is a matter